And I've had good relationships in my life, but I have never felt like a king or got true king treatment until I went out of this country.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. Today, we're going to ask the question, why are men leaving modern women and looking to go toward foreign shores to either find women or just even peace? Now, there has been many discussions back and forth. There's been people that have been hating on passport brothers for going to other shores, finding love, finding romance, finding whatever it is that they want. However, I hope that today that these clips that I present to you actually ask another question and shows people one thing, what men really want.
All guys really want in a girl is for them to be quiet, make food, and have a fat.
This woman made very simple about some things that men really want. And listen, in some of this, I can't even argue with her about. But let's dive into what she said. First thing that she said was that men want women to be quiet. And it's not that men want women to not say anything or be quiet. Because if you've been like me and been on some dates, you'll have women that will allow you to carry the whole conversation. Where you're on there, you're trying to find out about them, find out what's going on about them, and they don't say a damn thing. There are women out there who think they're all that, but they're just boring. They have nothing of substance to talk about. Now, what I'm going to tell you younger guys is as you get older, you're going to want to talk to a woman that has some type of substance about her. Somebody that can hold a conversation. It ain't just about the laughing, the joking, the clowning around, but you actually want a woman of substance that can understand when you have plans, when you are on your grind, when you're on your purpose, that you want her to be able to contribute to that. You want for her not to direct you, not for her to be over you, but you want someone that when you bounce things off of, that they're going to make you better, that they're going to help propel you and think in different ways, give you different perspectives maybe that you've never seen before. But usually you don't start seeing men really care about that until they get older. But I can say one thing, definitely tired of these airheads out here. Now, the second thing that woman talked about was she said about cooking food. Now, look, I'm going to keep this simple. Any woman that I've dated that really understood and knew me knows that I get hangry. But the one that understands it, how important that is to my behavior and how I act, and she is willing to say, hey, let's go eat, or let me cook you something, or let me do this. Let's get some food up in you so you can think properly. That's a woman that will think about you. And I'm going to tell you that all of the best women that I've been with, the ones that understand that about my nature, to me, some of the top women, because that means she is seeing the way you are, what you're going through, and she is willing to respond and take care of that for you. That means she cares for you. And the third thing she talked about was having a fat assets. Men love beautiful women, and men love women that they are attracted to. But let me say this, there are some guys out there that expect their women to be in tip-top shape, to look a certain way, to be fine a certain way, but won't put in the work on themselves. If you are that type of dude, you are part of the problem. That's why here on TSG, I talk about men doing the work, putting in the work. And it's not just because you're looking for a female, a woman, or a partner, or whatever you're looking for. It is for you. It is for your health. It is for your mental stability. It is for your emotional stability, for you to get in there and work on yourself. And if you're talking about being with somebody long term, you want to make sure that your health is tip top so that you can be around, so you can continue to work at an optimal level, especially if you're a man on your grind, on your purpose. Why do we see so many men wanting to get their passports, wanting to go overseas, wanting to meet foreign women, wanting to get away from modern women, wanting to get away from the matrix? What are men seeing in passport brothers that they themselves want to experience?
And I've had good relationships in my life, but I have never felt like a king or got true king treatment until I went out of this country, where you're praised, especially as a Black African American man. One, I'm from America, and two, I'm Black. It's like the world is yours whenever you leave this country.
Now, one thing that the brother talked about is feeling like they are praised. Brothers feel like they're praised. They feel like they're appreciated. They feel like they're getting quote unquote king treatment when they leave this country. And this is something that I understood firsthand. But when you're talking about these other places, you're talking about cultures that actually respect men. More specifically, appreciating African American men. Because I can tell you one thing from being a black man in America, you do not feel like America gives a damn about you. Not about wanting to work for it and go after it, because we understand that that is supposed to be the quote unquote American way. But when you go over to these countries and you are handling your business, you are doing what you're supposed to do, and you are carrying yourself, put in the work, you are tops among men because you have taken care of yourself physically, you are emotionally sound, and these women actually appreciate men being men. And I'm not even talking about just being a black man or a white man or some type of foreign man going into a foreign country. I am talking about you see the women in these other countries respect their men because they understand that we are different. We are all different, and they understand what they bring to the table. They understand that inherently just in their upbringing, something that men do not feel like they're getting from modern women today. So what is it actually like? What is it that women from other countries actually respect about American men?
Asking Colombian women questions from my comments.
Manuela, dating Americans as a Colombian. How do you feel about that?
Me gustan los hombres extranjeros por su acento, porque es muy divertido.
Okay. If an American guy wants to date a Colombian girl, where does he find them? Where should he go?
Creo que en las discotecas, en las fiestas, en los cafés, por la red social, por Instagram. Las colombianas les gustan los extranjeros. Eso es cierto.
So American and wants to date a paisa. What advice would you give them?
Colombianas nos encantan los hombres serios, muy serios. O sea, como serios, interesantes.
I really like your shirt. I have one just like it. I was gonna wear it. I'm glad I didn't.
Now, when I look at this video, there's something that I noticed about this woman. Even though she is very beautiful, she doesn't seem to be stuck on herself. She actually took the time to do the interview with this dude. She still was operating in her femininity, yet she was still able to be a boss bee in the terms of she knows that she's a beautiful woman, yet and still she can still display that femininity. This is the way they are, and this is why men appreciate that when they go to other countries. I can tell you firsthand, one of the questions that this man asked was, what do they look for in American men? What makes American men so interesting? One of the things she talked about was that they're fun and just the accents and stuff. So yes, there's still some level of attraction that they have for American men because they are different from the men that they're around. But the thing that I want you guys to hear, the thing that I thought was the most important in this, when they were looking to date someone, the one thing she talked about is she wanted a guy that is serious and he needs to be intelligent. So all this talk about going over there and guys are just tricking, or you think that you're going to go over there as a dude and you could just be a slob and not put in the work on yourself. Them women are still rejecting those type of dudes. Just being foreign or American alone isn't going to get you a woman. That's why here on this channel, I talk about putting in the work. That's why I talk about getting on your purpose, on your grind, working on yourself physically, working on yourself mentally. And that way, when you go over there, you have something of substance to offer these women because they are still looking for men. What I'm trying to say is that this looseness that you see from modern Western women isn't the thing that you see over there. A lot of women in these other countries are very family oriented. And so they love their families. They love their culture. They're kind of old fashioned. It's like dating back in the 90s again. But they're going to want you to be serious. They're going to want you to have some type of mind. That's why I talk about making sure that you start speaking the language, learning the cultures and these different things that will help you and make your time much more fulfilling when you go overseas. But if you want to see more of those type of questions or anything like that, you want to learn more about time overseas, check in the description below. I actually have some videos of my time living in Mexico very recently. I also went on the street and asked women, what did they think about American men? You definitely gonna want to check that video out.